Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. I'm excited to chill and chat with my friends today, Enrique and JEDI. Unfortunately, Crypto Deb was not able to make it today. Positive energy, nothing but positive energy your way, girl. Yeah, sometimes you just have those crazy days, but I'm excited to still be able to hang out and chat with my friends Enrique from Everrise and JEDI. We all know them. We know Enrique and JEDI from Piggy Coin. How are y'all doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me again. I love coming here.
Hell yeah, you already know. You already know what time it is. We're fixing to hang out. Enrique, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, doing great. I don't know who Jedi is. I can see his profile pic. Never seen that guy before, so I need a profile pic, sir.
Yes, win profile pic, sir. Win profile pic. He's like, stop.
I'm used to Enrique by these times. Yeah, we like to kid with each other. He's a great guy.
Hell yeah, he is. Oh my gosh. I love talking to y'all. And y'all have a very good resume. Y'all been out here in the space a while. And unfortunately, I'm not able to ask Crypto Deb either, but I really wanted to know her opinion. So we're gonna have to revisit this topic another time. But we got to say hi to the chat really quick, okay? Because we got some people here showing up in the space cabin. We got our supporters. We got Cyber Mule. Let's go. David. I know. I just got off a live like 2 hours ago. It was a very vaulted live. It was over 2 hours. Couldn't stop. And Mr. Piggy, how are you doing? How are you doing? Let's freaking go. Oh man. Okay, so I know I told y'all a topic I wanted to talk about. And I feel like it's because it's such a I've seen this issue in the space, especially recently, and I feel like it's because everybody's so antsy and waiting for this better life that we've been waiting and working so hard for and saving. And you already know the spiel. What's up, Rob T and Pork Scratching? So I want to know, and I need to change the title. This is a sensitive subject, but what is your opinion on drama in a community? Like, I want to tell y'all what I think really quick, and I want to go to Enrique and then JEDI. So, in my opinion, I feel like if there's drama like on a consistent basis, especially in such a good project where it's solid, I feel like it really hinders the project. It really hinders getting the word out there, and I don't think it's fair to a community that's been helping build that. Especially if the drama has nothing to do with the project whatsoever. So I see that a lot out here in the space, especially in the meme coin space. So I was just wondering, I feel like all of us nerds are on the same boat. Like, let's just go. We're almost there. We're almost there, everybody. But Enrique, what are your thoughts and your opinions about that?
Oh, well, I think we have a bit of experience regarding to that. 2.5 years feels like 26 years probably in the space.
Mhm.
1 month is like, no, actually, it would be like 30 years. I don't know. But yeah, 30 months, 30 years, yes. Yeah, in our community, we usually don't have too much drama, but it happens. There's always people that have nothing better to do than finding things to complain about, even if it doesn't have to do with the project. So, for example, we forbidden some subjects, some like speaking about other projects or speaking about politics, speaking about religion, speaking about sports sometimes. And it sucks, you know. We're mature people. We'll be able probably to talk about anything, but the moment that you start saying, and this is something that we have seen, if you allow people to speak about religion, there will be many that will be respectful to others, but there will be some that will say this is completely wrong, you're going to go to hell and stuff like that, and then you have a bunch of people fighting for something that has nothing to do with the project, like you said. So this happened once, and this is going to sound silly, but We at some point had a logo change for the colors of the gay pride, or something like that. And we had so many people coming to just be rude because and it's like in my case, for example, I wasn't asking for that change of logo or anything like that, but I respect the people and I have friends that I supported at that moment that were feeling terrible because there were people attacking them because of that. So there's always going to be, I would say, a 5%, a 3% of people that love drama that can spend countless hours, I don't know how, and social networks just finding something to say about others. There's people that, for example, uh, I have said before that if you're in a project that is building, that is doing things the right way, you don't have to be worried about people coming and shielding other projects or trying to shield because the same community is going to shut them down uh, in a nice way. And of course, if they're just plain shielders that are going to come and raid, of course, those will get banned. But usually, people can speak about other things. And I'm not going to feel like terrible if someone comes and mentions safe one in our community because it's like, it's there and people know what it is or not. So I don't care about losing people because they're going to buy another token because what we have, we know what it is. But there's people that they're gonna get mad because of that. So really, this thing sucks. I mean, we should be able to speak about anything. Sometimes as moderators, and I have been a lead mod for I think 2 years or something like that. We look like we are people that doesn't want people to speak between each other, but it's like we know what happens. And you might come at 5 a.m. Telegram is the worst for that. Um, you might come at 5 a.m. and say something, and then you'll have people answering to your message hours after, 12 hours, 30, 24 hours. We have seen even message answers from months ago because someone connects and see the last message from months ago when he updated, and then it's like, why is this guy speaking about, for example, something that happened 2 years ago when we got delisted from an exchange or something like that already disappeared the exchange, but people comes with those things and it's like, what are you doing? Or happy birthday Suresh, and that was a year ago or something like that, and they click the tags and it's like, what the hell is going on? So I actually believe that drama doesn't bring any positive. I like people that do things. I like people that works, that help, that support. And if someone doesn't want to be part of a project or have feelings that if you have a good project, you should cherish it. It's like there are not many good projects out there. There are not many people that are working hard at this moment. People is lazy. People like to see their backs grow, but you know what's the worst part? That the people that actually stays and build, the people that is every day in there supporting, doing what we do, because we're really tired many times, and we continue being on spaces. I was on a spaces the other day, and you guys endured like 3 hours of spaces that day, and listening to people that probably were like difficult to understand even at some points because of different language and how they speak and the accent and all these things. And you have the patience of a saint. You're there, you're listening, you be nice to all to so, but then you have people that doesn't appreciate that. And yet I probably have seen it sometimes because I like to be a good person, but I don't like to be step over. So sometimes yet I can tell you that I get like, I won't say any bad words or anything like that, but I tell people like, what are you doing actually for the project? If you're complaining, what are you actually doing? Because I'm doing this, and that. And what are you doing? And then they like, oh, well, you're part of the team. I'm not being paid, man. I'm here to help. I've been like that for months, years now. So what I would say is like, if people have free time to have dramas, go to Twitter and start spreading the word about the project in there. do something positive. I mean, show us, bring something. I like to put people in the spot sometimes, like, because they come like, oh, but we should be doing marketing. Okay, perfect. Which type of marketing would you like to see? We don't have a marketing wallet, but we can get creative in here and come up with stuff because, and then people is like, Oh yeah, pretty much PuCoin ads and things like that, and it's like, oh yeah, great suggestion, man. I'll send it over. So we have people that complain actually because they come to our chat and people is saying hello, good morning, and everyone is happy and putting cat gifts and putting coffees and things like that, and people is like, oh, this is so you're not working, this is all gifts, this is all spam. And then you see that the chat is really slow and people is not putting anything. You'll have one like, oh, the chat is dead, no one is putting anything, no one is clicking tags or anything like that. So we have people that knows that and they come like, hey, they put a tag that says click this tag to get 1,000x, and we start clicking it like crazy. So those guys stop. So I would say don't pay attention to those people that don't bring anything good. And I wish them the best, but oh man, stay away from us, those guys, because it's like it's there. We call them energy vampires, and I think those are everywhere. So what I would say is, good people remain being good people. Step back when it's needed, and enjoy what you're building. Is I have seen people saying it hundreds of times. It's a happy marathon, not a sprint. You cannot build if you're focused on the price every day, and you have 10,000, 100,000 people in a project, and there every day there will be one with a circumstance, and they will come and complain, and because they have that circumstance. So many times when they're respectful, we try to understand and help, but when they are rude, there's a ban button, and that's what we do because there's no other choice. If they come with bad words and stuff like that, of course we're not going to allow that. We have 2 wars and a ban, and that's it, because you cannot. I would say this, and I will stop talking because I talk too much. But we had a person when we started. He was a great member of the community. That person was a lady. She was always pushing on social. She was always supportive. She brought a lot of people. And at that moment, we had this no ban policy. So no one could be banned. So what happened was that all the pricks, and there's no other word for that were messing with the poor lady and going through her DMs and stuff like that, we didn't ban. So we lost her. The brick stayed, and then they keep pushing many more people from the community. They created a group to talk trash all the time. It was pretty nasty. So uh, what we learned is like, we want good people in the community, and if someone doesn't fit, well, we wish them well. And if they do something wrong and are disrespectful, they need to be gone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's drama everywhere, and just don't let the space change you. If you're a good person, keep being like that, and don't pay attention to those guys.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Enrique. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely I agree with you 1,000%. We got Ladybug though. We love Ladybug. We got to say a shout out to her, Queen Ladybug, really quick. Yeah, she's not one for the drama either. We call her Lady Thug lately for a while because she doesn't put up with it whatsoever. Whatso freaking ever. We love her. But Jedi, tell me your thoughts. We have some new people coming into the space cabin, so let me tell y'all my topic for today. What I wanted people what I wanted to know their opinion, Enrique and Jedi's opinion, because they have the resume. They've been out here in the space. They've seen a lot. So I really value their opinion. And I want y'all to hear this as well. If you have someone or people in your community starting drama, especially when it has nothing to do with the project, or it's not going to hurt the project, what do you do? How I don't think it's fair that a community gets penalized for that, or people start looking at a community or a project sideways because of one person or a few people. It's not fair to the community of everybody pushing things out every single day. So Jedi, what is your opinion about drama in a community?
Yeah, Enrique said, really a lot of good points about it that I would agree with, and I enjoyed hearing him go on and on as I was laughing at many things he was saying, because I have seen, I have seen a lot of it, and You know, you guys have come from projects that have been around a little bit longer than Piggy. Obviously, you guys, you know, have been around since 2021, so you've gone through a lot of different, you know, waves over time, and you know, a lot larger holder base. But Enrique is 100% right about, you know, how you run a community, and he's a perfect example from it. He's one of the most patient people I've ever seen in this space, you know, dealing with people in Telegram and stuff like that, and giving people, you know, legitimate, you know, shots at like trying to like make sure they're clarified in what they're talking about, but you know, also running a tight ship and not allowing that kind of stuff in your community. You can't have people coming in there and complaining about all kinds of crazy things that have nothing to do with the project. You know, you can ask them nicely to stop doing it and that kind of thing. But yeah, there's unfortunately, anytime you have a group of people, any group of people, any size in anything, you're going to have some people that are going to want to stir things up sometimes. And then especially in crypto, because, you know, you throw money into the mix, which really amplifies the situation. It's just a natural thing you're going to see. And I think a lot of projects are used to seeing it if they've been around a little while. Luckily, we haven't really had a ton of that in the Piggy community. I'm sure we've had a little bit of drama, but not a lot, because, you know, like Enrique said, you want to run your communities in a very professional way. You want to make sure there's none of those things that shouldn't be there. It's not a place to talk about anything besides crypto, DeFi, the project you're in, growing these communities, growing the space. All that's enough to talk about. We don't need to talk about, you know, other kinds of things, and we can have, you know, friendly relationships. Plenty of people like to share things about their, you know, their average day in your community, and that's great. People love having those kind of personal relationships. It really adds a different feel to your community when you get to know people on a different level. But, you know, that said, you're going to always have some of that to deal with, and you just have to deal with it in a smart way, just so that your project, you know, doesn't suffer in any way from negativity. In our community, if there's a problem with anything, Piggy Boss probably will DM you. So he's not afraid to do that, you know. That's not going to happen for every community, and not something that's going to be, you know, on a larger scale. But we have a fairly small community still. And, you know, I know for a fact that he DMs a lot of people, and they DM him too. He's, you know, something that's very active with his community, making sure that there isn't issues that get stopped, you know, before they get too far. But, you know, as we grow, we'll run into some of the same kind of things. And, you know, one of the best things you can do to combat any of that, if it is, you know, drama related to the project, is by being able to answer questions about your project. If people come in with questions and you can't answer the questions, that's a problem. That should be a red flag for anybody coming into that project as well. You know, that's something that I know Enrique and ENRIQUE'S have been that way. They're very transparent about everything, and they're willing to spend the time to answer anybody's question always. You know, we've modeled a lot of our community after that same kind of way, because it's the, you know, the right way to run a community. So, you know, we've always got the time to answer those questions, make sure everybody understands, and we haven't had problems because of that. I think that's a really strong way to run your community. You know, we've been around for over 7 months. So far, I have not found a question I haven't been able to answer about the project, and that's something I'm really proud of, that I can do. So it's a great way to do it, and we'll see. But yeah, always be vigilant about keeping your community safe when it comes down to it. We you know, have a very family friendly community, so it's very important for that aspect for us as well. It's something we have to maintain always. One of the things we were going to talk about today, it's the website for kids. Actually, I believe just went live this afternoon. I don't even know if anybody knows about it. So if that doesn't sum up how we feel about a project right there, is what, you know, is how we see projects should run. And I think all projects, regardless of what they're doing, should run the same way. So yeah, I think it's a complicated issue. There's ways to combat it. It's something that I think everybody has to learn to deal with in the space, unfortunately. But there are answers. So.
Okay. I love y'all's answers. We're definitely going to dip into the updates from each one of, you know, our projects, ENRIQUE'S, Piggy Coin. We got to hear about y'all. I want to tell y'all, you know, a little update that we have going on for tomorrow with Volt-Inu as well. I just feel like I had a question. I wanted to talk to my friends about it. And if y'all have any, you know, input in the chat, go ahead and let us know. And I had to give a shout out to Nicolapi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, you gotta be careful too if you're on social media. Especially if you're on social media, I feel like, because more eyes are on you. You have to take that on, that people are watching you. You know, if you want to represent a project, you have to be careful. It's such a sticky situation. It's a sensitive topic as well, because everybody has their right to their opinion. Everybody does. But I feel like if you're gonna, like, if I'm gonna put Volt-Inu up on here, you know, and if I'm not doing my job of representing and I'm just like having a flip out, I don't think that's positive for a community or a project whatsoever. And I just feel like it's not fair to a community of a big group of people. Whenever you're the one with this platform, you're the one with subs, and you're the one with all these people on your Twitter, and they're looking mainly at you because that's just how it goes. I just don't think it's smart for any content creator to represent their project in that way whatsoever. And I've seen a lot of that out in the space where that has torn charts apart, like communities, strong communities, and then you have some content creators going at it, and then boom, there it goes. I've seen it myself. I've been involved in a project that actually happened to. So I lived it. I've seen it happen. So I just wanted to tell everybody out there, like, also, if you know, if you're a content creator, it's your responsibility to make sure that, especially if you're repping your project's logo or something on your screen, you need to represent that project well, especially that dev in that community. So Enrique, what is your opinion about this will be my last question. We'll get on to our updated news, but what is your opinion about content creators and the way that they have the ability to represent a project and how they should go about it? I guess I think I asked you that, right?
Yeah, actually, in my case, I'm not. Well, I have seen how content creators are not getting paid by these projects. Uh, they have the support of members of the community, and that gives them, like, you know, like some sense of duty, I would say. That you know, they have their friends in there. But if I, for example, would be a content creator and I wasn't part of Everrise team, of course, uh, why wouldn't it be okay for me to mention other projects? I mean, if the projects are something that are good, I don't see a problem. I think that actually people needs to know more projects that are good, because not many have them. I see people DJing like crazy everywhere and getting rocked everywhere because they feel like they have enough exposure to a token, but they want to have like exposure to other tokens. So it's like, let's say you find you have some alts and you have some Bitcoin, you have some Volt, you have some Everrise, you have some PIGGY, and then you put, let's say, $1,000 on each one, and you feel like that's enough exposure to each asset, right? But then it's like, okay, I don't want to put more money in the three assets that I feel that I'm already with enough exposure. So I want to find something to gamble on or something to put more money, but, you know, like splitting the risk. That's something that we all do. I split the risk in pretty much everything. I've never worked in one thing at the same time. I work at four or five things. I'm a lawyer that fixes logic boards, is on crypto, sells, computer things, actually, laptops entirely. And anything that I can find that I can do. I'm opening now a new business with a friend too. I will do it because, you know, if something goes bad, you need to have other ways to recover. And in crypto, it's the same. Anything can happen. There could be a hack. There could be an exploit. There could be a rock developer. Anything could happen. So if you are with several type of assets, you won't lose everything at the same time. I mean, and finding three solid projects like the ones that I mentioned, and trying to find more. These people, I see, for example, Crypto Dev. and she doesn't shield many projects. If you check, she's not someone that is pushing projects all the time. She works with G Media, but you don't see him like this and this and that. I see other influencers, and they're literally shelling one thing every day, and they go and find a token that was launched without doing their research because everyone jumped in there and they start shilling it. That's wrong. That's wrong. I mean, if they do it that way, or if they try to use their communities to build a project, many people, and this is something that I have seen that I don't like, because in that case, you see that you are in a big community and you have someone from the community that is going to launch a token. And there's going to be friends from that project that are going to say, I'm going to put money in there because the person that is in there is this person, so I trust him. But what if the token goes bad? Or what if that person was just trying to get, which happens, people for that project since the beginning, being in the other project? It happens. I've seen it. And it's like, in that case, you will lose friends, you will destroy friendships inside of a group of people that is in the project. So it's really, really hard to deal with, because you never know. It's like, you might want to give people a chance to find other projects, but then it's like, yeah, but what if this happens? And again, we're not trying to be mean or anything like that. I feel like crypto is more like whatever you decide, and you try to. I have a friend that actually was getting into a project a few weeks ago, and I know that project doesn't. It's not a good one, and I was thinking about telling him if he should get out, because what if he misses out some 10x or 20x or something like that? When it comes to money, it's really difficult. So what you can do is what you consider best, and just pray. If I see a spaceship, or I see JEDI in a project and it's a bad project, I'll come to you, but I'll tell you, please do your research about this. But I'm not gonna fight anyone and tell them, hey, get out. So I think that we have to behave like adults, pretty much that, and we have to be the best kind of people that we can. Because crypto sometimes is like when you get in the middle of a person that is in a relationship, and you get in the middle of the couple, and you might end up losing your friends because you're trying to help. So in crypto, it's the same. People might get mad at you because they missed some X, or people might get mad at you because you recommended something that you thought it was good and it went to nothing. So uh, what I would say is that don't let crypto change you. Do whatever you consider best. People will notice it. I know that there's people that knows that we try to do our best. No one is perfect, and there are days and days. But as long as we do that, I think we'll have that 90 something percent of people that will understand what we're doing, and will continue supporting us so we can support them. Because actually, what you do is a lot of work for a project, and I'm sure I'm pretty much sure that you're not getting paid for it. So it's like, is the work that you're doing is, I don't know if the word is commendable. It's like amazing, because you care about your friends and you're there for them, and I love that. I've always loved that about Volt. I've said it before, and I was saying it the other day in our chat. It's like, if you guys open a space, you have 50 people listening in there. It's crazy. If we open a space, and it's programmed, we'll have probably 30 something people in there, which is great too. But in your case, it's like people is waiting for you guys to open a space, and in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, and they jump into to just listen. So don't lose that. Don't and work together as friends. I can say it because many of us in Rise work like that. When we see that someone is trying to create a problem, we support each other, and we're not rude or anything like that. But we make the move on, because we're like 10 against 1. So pretty much that's what you can do. So yeah, keep doing it, and don't let anything change you.
I love you, Enrique. You're so awesome. That was such a great answer, and I love your point of view with that. JEDI, what is your opinion? Let us know what you got, sir.
That was a great answer.
Mhm.
I did really enjoy it. Like I said, he's a very wise man. He's
He
got a
is.
great perspective on
Why
stuff.
do you think I wanted to ask you all these questions today?
You know, and it is a great question because, you know, when you represent something with social media, everything is out there forever. You know, just like the blockchain, everything is there, you know. So you really need to be honest from the beginning with people with projects. You need to support good people and good projects, or, you know, a lot of content creators might you know, not come out of certain markets in good shape and lose people's following. You know, so really being honest and upfront with people and just being a good person is really, really important. You do an awesome job with the Volt community. You spend a ton of time. You absolutely put. I see how many hours you put in. You know, the average week on doing these spaces, and I know how much work it is. And you know, you're very good at what you do, and they need people like you. You should always be you know, doing it because you're great at it. So you know, you're a natural speaking about it, and people should really, yeah, give you a lot of credit because you do put a lot of your own personal free time into it. You're not, you know, doing this because you're getting rich off it. You're doing it because you enjoy doing it, and that's the difference. That's about what it should be out, you know, and that's what Enrique is doing it for, because he enjoys being part of it, and I'm exactly the same way. This is what I enjoy doing when I'm when I'm not working or sleeping or doing other things. I enjoyed, you know, DeFi, being part of something. So, and finding, you know, good projects and good people, and, you know, good people seem to, you know, attract together and find each other in tough times. And I think that's what this bear market did, and brought a lot of good people together. And, you know, you're starting to see some of that with some of these communities like Everrise and Volt and Piggy. So it's a great time to be in here and meeting good people. And I'm just, you know, trying to make everything you know, a better place for everybody coming into DeFi. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're a great content creator. So awesome job. I think you're muted.
Oh, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Like your kind words. Like I will not talk about a project if I don't have, you know, some sort of respect or checked it out, done my research and know like, okay, these people are good people, because there are good projects out there in the space. That's why I'm, you know, want to talk to y'all all the time from two different projects. We're from 3 different projects, y'all, and we're all talking on the same space. And I mean, that just shows how we all are from different projects, but we all speak the same language. And especially like finding good people out here in the space, I feel like is a lot easier to find. We're a lot easier to find because you really got to see a lot of true colors during the meme coin open season. That's for damn sure. So I'm so grateful that I found y'all. So grateful. But I do I want to go on over and go to the topics of our updates. We're going to start with Piggy Coin, but I do, everybody that's just joining into the space, I want y'all to know that if you are out here, you're a content creator and you're out here representing a project and you're wearing the logo of that project on your screen, or you're putting that hashtag on your space or whatever you're doing, represent it and represent it well. Because if you don't, you're hurting a whole community, you're hurting a whole project. And unfortunately, a content creator, I don't know why, but can definitely wreck a chart. And like JEDI said, your stuff's up there forever. So be careful. Be careful out there. But yeah, thank you so much. I've seen a lot of it in the space, and I am so glad y'all are here. And like I said, y'all, they have the resume. Go check their links in the description box below. And last time we had Piggy Coin on here, last time we had JEDI in the house, we had some great bullish news about this project. And we're going to continue with the bullish news. Tell us what is going on. Where can I go on this screen? What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to scroll? Because it's just bullish. Look at this chart.
Yeah, it's a bullish project. There's been you know, we joke about it in our community spaces every week. We have literally something new to announce every week. Yeah, I'm in his DMs asking him, what do we got new, and he has an answer for me every week. We have something's always going on, or multiple things are going on. So yeah, we've been working hard on the website for kids. So that was a big thing we wanted to do. I believe it went live like an hour ago. I don't even know if there's an official tweet out about it yet.
What? I don't see an official tweet. That's why I'm like, okay, wait,
this
is
is
it
the
the
official
website?
announcement right here, apparently. There should be a link on the main website to go to it.
Here it is. Here it is, everybody. I'm going to drop this link in the chat so y'all can go hit up this tweet and blow it up, everybody. Retweet, comment on it, quote tweet it. Let's hear about this. What is this? Piggy Kids. And that's what I'm saying. This is such another great community, because keeping it family friendly. What is that going to do? That's going to help with mass adoption. These are the kiddos. They're coming up. We're going to be long gone. The blockchain's going to be here. The kiddos are going to be here when we're gone. So this is important. I love that y'all did this. What is the whole, what is this? Piggy Kids coming soon.
So we feel that that finance in general is lacking knowledge base for most people. So general knowledge of finance and decentralized finance is great for everybody, especially kids growing up and understanding earlier and earlier what's going on out there. It's really important stuff for real life applications. So it's something that Piggy Boss wanted to focus on. We have several kids in the community, and it's something that he felt was a strong thing for helping adoption of younger people coming into this space. So he wanted to do something nice and put together a kids website. So right now, I looked at it briefly before I came on the the beta version, or the beta they were showing. So there's some stuff on there that's obviously coming soon. There's be a lot of stuff we're going to be adding, but you can kind of get a feel for what we're going to be doing on it. So there's a lot of definitions on there about different kinds of finance terms you can learn about, and some general things. So we're going to be adding, there's going to be quizzes on there. We're going to be doing educational videos. A couple guys on the team, Mickey and Milton, have been doing awesome videos. So I know they're going to be working on some educational videos where they're going to be, cartoony, probably, I'm guessing, pig related meme cartoons teaching about finance. So there's going to be all kinds of different things we're going to put on there, and we're going to keep building that up over time. So it's something pretty exciting, and like I said, it really sums up this project and how we feel about it. So we wanted to get it live. We're going to have some people in the community that have their kids in the project check it out, see what they like, and see what we want to kind of change moving forward and add. And it's going to be a continuous organic process of adding good information and good data to that. So, and it could be something, it could be good for everybody, apparently. So it might not just be for kids. It could be for anybody to teach by or
sure.
So. I'm reading it right now, and it's really funny. I mean, I like the part of the page that is called Piggy, that says about Piggy Kids, Piglet's Place. I like that page. I don't know if you're able to see it, especially.
Which one?
Go to piggycoin.finance, which is at the website. Oh. And then I saw something that says kids. There it is.
There it is.
So I click it there. I click it there in kids.
Uh-huh. What is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, I'm watching the page that is called Piggy, the button that says Piggy. I like that one.
Let's see. Oh, this is so cool. Y'all got to check this out. Hold on. Let me drop this link. Oh, this is neat. You don't see this very often whatsoever. I haven't seen something like this. This is the first time I've ever seen something like this, actually. This is cool. This is neat. Okay. Dropped it in there, y'all. Y'all got to check it out. Check it out along with us. Oh, I love how he says, I'm a dentist.
Simple concept. Like you said, no, you haven't really seen anything. And you're right. I haven't seen anything like this either. And, a lot of projects in this space aren't looking out for their communities or growing a community the right way. A lot are out for various reasons. And it's refreshing to see a project like this focus on something that's different. I've never really seen a project quite like this. The way he wants to build, it's quite amazing. It's really impressive. It impresses me every day, honestly.
Like, how could you not get in a project like this? Where, I mean, come on, family values right here. Families are your heaven on earth. That's my belief. And therefore eternity. So importance of family, the fact that that's even on here, that y'all even made a tab for this, shows something about the integrity of this project. I just got to give a shout out for that little tab right there. That is so cool. Health, even talking about health, that is super important. People always put that on the back burner. Education, savings. Oh, this is so neat. This is something that I feel like a school could use. My mom was a teacher. She taught special needs children for years and years. And like programs that I remember going into her classroom and looking at and stuff, like they look like, when your kids even just in school, this is something that could pop up and be so user friendly for kids to learn about this in school. Is that something that maybe y'all have thought about bringing this to schools?
Knowing Piggy Boss, it would not shock me at all that he's thought of that. He kind of thinks about everything. He's quite a smart guy. He really puts a lot of thought into these kind of things. And yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It could be something like that. It's sky's the limit with this kind of stuff when you're putting it out there, because yeah, nothing really exists like this. Not for DeFi. You're talking about different kinds of terms in there that aren't, they're not regular finance terms that people might not understand. You understand. It's a complicated lingo. It's a whole different language being in the crypto community than you are in real life. There's a lot of things that don't translate well, and the more education, the better. So you're going to keep seeing a ton of stuff out of Piggy Coin about education. I know in addition to this, there's going to be, he mentioned it in I believe a post about a week ago. He said coming in a couple weeks would be a Piggy school. So there's going to be something else in addition to just this for the kids. So there's all kinds of things he wants to do to show the right way to build a community. So we're excited to have people come in here and take a look at it and to be part of our community, and especially starting with these kids checking it out. So really exciting times.
This is something I would definitely want to be a part of. This is important. These things right here, this is important, everybody. Wow. Well, count me in. Look at these definitions, Enrique. They're super short and self-explanatory. Sorry, I had to bring that up too. Sorry, Enrique.
No. I'm reading too, and I saw the tab that says value. I like that one. It says when we talk about value, we mean the things that are important to us. Value isn't the same thing as price. It means much more than that. Many things are not expensive, but they have great value. Things like playing with your dog, eating pizza with your family, that's valuable. I mean, I was thinking about how this approach would be, how was going to be the approach of something for kids, because it could have been something difficult, you don't want to tell kids, hey, buy this, So I see it as completely educational, and that's awesome. People, I think parents could tell their kids, yeah, check this out, and you will learn a few things. And I also think that sometimes we don't want to listen to our parents when we're young, so probably they can listen to these things from another person, and they will say, oh yeah, this guy, he doesn't have attention on me to doing things the way he wants, because I don't know him, so probably I pay attention to him instead of my dad. Yeah, I was usually doing that too. So yeah, but I have seen the each one of them, and actually I'm seeing the letters that are moving in the back, and it says education is key, saving is fun, learning is fun, drink water, have some progress every day, building is fun. I mean, all that moves in the background.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going in a great way. I think that you guys can do something great, Jedi, and I didn't see it too much until now, but I was part of the people that did the NFT, so I know that something good was gonna come out of this. So congratulations, man! And like SpaceX says, it's like something different. What can you guys get from this instead of helping kids and helping people? And to be honest, I have many friends. I have learned to do many things, but I have friends that studied their career, for example, and they didn't know anything about financial, so they weren't able to grow because they didn't know how to. For example, if Piggy was, for example, is a dentist, and he doesn't know how to open his practice because he doesn't know how to produce money, where to buy the things at the best prices. He doesn't know how to have savings. He was just thinking probably, and that applies to everyone. When I started for to be a lawyer, everyone was telling me you will find and you will try to work in the best law firm in the city, and that's your goal. And at some point it was like I saw my friends working in the best law firm in the city, and they were getting the equivalent probably of $3,000, which was able to for them to eat barely. And they were telling me like, hey man, you're not working in the best law firm in the city. How are you doing all these things that you do? Where did you get money from? And I was like, while you're paying suits, you're paying a car for your boss, to feel like you're awesome, and you're trying to impress your boss. I have been trying to do things, even if sometimes I have to do something that I'm not too happy with, in the beginning, fixing my car instead of paying a lot of money for it. So I'm able to save and then put that money into something that actually will grow and then will help me in the future. Those things are so simple, but we don't get told those things. We don't know. And I'm watching several things in here, and I think that's the way these guys are gonna do that, and it's awesome. I mean, the sky's the limit, like uh, Jedi says.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited for y'all, and it's such organic growth is the cool thing about it all. Like it's gonna pop off. I feel like Piggy Coin is definitely not a project you want to ignore because they're doing everything organically. I haven't seen a project move the way y'all move. And it's just working. It's positive vibes is what it is. Y'all are bringing those on back. You're attracting good energy because y'all come out here in the space with some amazing energy. The community is freaking amazing. What's up, Mike Jones? Salute to you, sir, from the High Rollers community. We got to get them in here sometime as well. But y'all are doing the damn thing, educating the space out here. I definitely appreciate what y'all are doing, and the that's going to help with mass adoption. I really feel like this education that y'all have just right here, super user friendly. Good night. A school could benefit from this. Boss fam, I gotta say shout out to Boss fam. Thank you so much, sir. Salute to you. Hello, Space Chick. We know Boss fam. We love Boss fam. He's giving a shout out to Vault, Vegas-Inu Token, Piggy Coin, and Everrise. Building always. That's right. Yeah, we are. That's what we're doing right now. Trying to find out more about what this amazing project has to offer. Mr. Piggy, you've done it again, sir. You've done it again. Look, we got a lot of lightning bolts and piggies in here. A ton of them. Thank you so much, Boss Fam, supporting the space cabin. You know I love you. Thank you. He's got a Spanish space happening tonight as well. I mean, it's just we're global. We're trying to get the word out there about great projects. We just need to make sure people are hearing us out for sure. And I want to move us on over here on the screen so we can see this lovely, what would you call this? What is it? What would I call this? This little pop-up textbook. Jedi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, what were you asking me? I must have missed the question.
Oh no, what would I call this? This is like a little pop-up little textbook we got going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen anything quite like that. I'll have to ask Piggy Boss. Him and Eric are going to get all the credit for this. They put a ton of time and effort into this, which they did an awesome job. But yeah, I really like how they made it interactive like that. And like I said, there's going to be a lot more stuff added to this that they're going to be still working on. So pretty excited to see how this continues to grow, and it's going to be really really cool. It's something really important. So awesome job to the team, really.
Yeah, shout out to the team. And again, y'all, mass adoption and family friendly. And that's what we need here. I feel like, that ties in good to what we were talking about earlier, right? A little bit. I appreciate what y'all do out here, but I dropped that link in the chat, y'all. So please go check it out. And they just dropped that on the website. You said like an hour ago. So that's some pretty quick right off the press right there, everybody. Let's go.
Super fresh. He likes to move fast. He's always doing 10 things at once. There's always, I don't know how he finds the time for it. He told me, or he mentioned actually, that he said the quote, "This week we'll have a new small announcement each day." So today's big announcement was the website for kids, but he said there's going to be a new announcement every day the rest of the week. So an announcement of some kind. He likes to always have things for the community to be excited about. Like you said, you have to doing all this stuff. It shows how hard that him and the rest of the team works on this project. You only do that by putting the time in. One small announcement each day. There you go. That's you wanted to make sure you clarified.
Okay.
Small announcement. So
I'm taking that off the screen, Mr. Piggy. I'm sorry. They're not small, sir.
No.
I'll put your heart back up there.
Yeah, these aren't. Yeah, but we want to have information, and things we could share every day with the community, every week, as much as possible. You want to keep your community engaged, involved, interested. And we have an awesome community. I see everybody posting their comments down there, and everybody that shows up every single day to these spaces and puts the time on it to be part of something special. Couldn't do this without all those awesome people out there supporting us all the time. So shout out to everybody.
Sweet. I love it. Bullish for Piggy Coin. Don't forget to migrate from V1 to V2. You can go ahead and check it out. Right. We got to tell them, Jedi. We got to tell them really quick in case.
I think we have like 98% migrated, something like that. It's a lot. It's most of the supply. So everybody did an awesome job on that. But yeah, anybody left, make sure you go do it. It's still going to remain open until everybody gets over there. No Piggy left behind.
Yeah, I can guarantee you me and Deb are the last 2%.
That's okay.
Sorry. Yeah. I just want to let y'all know as well. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm not getting paid for this whatsoever. Deb isn't either. Like we genuinely love Enrique and Jedi and the communities that they represent. And it's such a great time hanging out with them. So if y'all have any questions, ask them in the chat as well. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to answer any questions y'all got. But I wanted to, do you have anything else for us? That was big. That was a lot. But is there I got to do Piggy Coin and Mr. Piggy the Piggy community. Is there anything else that we can let the people know? What's up, Big Watch?
Well, yeah, that was a lot, but yeah. Keep an eye out every single day. You see how active we are on socials. So as long as you follow Piggy Coin BSC on X, personally myself, I like putting the notifications on. He does post a lot, so you might get a lot of notifications. But I love an active leader that really likes to put a lot out there. So he's always trying to get that post out there, and in Telegram he does almost probably every day, every other day, or at least every couple of days puts a long post out to the community about updates about what are going on. And we really share everything that we have going on. I always say I don't really know much more than I share, because as soon as I hear it, that means I'm allowed to share it with the community, and I don't usually waste any time doing that. So it's exciting to give updates all the time, and to like you said, represent a project. If you're going to represent a project, do it to your best ability. And I absolutely take that 100% seriously. That's something I realized a long time ago. and it's absolutely true. You know, I try to put every time I come out here as much effort as I can into spreading the word and talking to people like you, and you know, doing these spaces, and you know, educating as we go, and meeting great people. So this is, like I said, this is all the spaces and different things I do, this is probably my favorite space to come in. We always have an awesome time in here. The vibes in here are always super chill. You know, we've done a bunch of these so far since we've been around, and yeah, I always enjoy it in here. We have an awesome time. So thanks for having me, as always, of course.
Hell yeah. I obviously love y'all. I know I have not had this many consistent spaces with like the same people ever out of having my whole channel. Literally, like y'all been on, I think 3 times now, or no, you've been on more than that.
I think more than that, at least 4, maybe 5.
Dang.
It's been a lot. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, I'm enjoying them. It's always a great time. We always have tons to talk about. So
yeah, good. It's nice and cozy in here, y'all. It's nice and cozy.
the air is a little extra chill in the space cabin always.
Yeah, it's definitely kick back. Definitely.
You know, it's always like difficult to find good people. It's that because you met people in the first days, and it's like, oh, these guys are cool. You know, these are good guys, and it takes time to see if they are or not. And I wanted to say something to Jedi. He knows I'm proud of him. He never spoke in a spaces before. I will always give him a hard time for that, because he let me hang in so many times and didn't help me. But you know, I'm really proud of what he's becoming. He's a person that needed to be heard in the space. He's really smart. He comes from stocks. He has been a person that is not he's like really cold headed. I mean, he doesn't get mad. He's really chill. He cares about his friends. Um, and you know, that's refreshing in the space. And these guys are doing something, I would say, with their nails. They're not spending money. They're doing things that bring value, spending probably the same $50 that they're spending. I think they said that it was 70 now, because they added some servers for the D apps, which is amazing. uh, so I think that these guys will build for years. And what happens when you build for years is there's gonna be some people that are gonna leave, some new people that are gonna join, and the people that you guys are attracting right now, I can see it in your chat, and it's awesome, people. I love it there. I love to see how you help each other, how someone can go and ask something, and you answer, how Piggy was answered to everyone. So just keep doing what you're doing, even you know, with the difficult markets and everything. I saw these guys going from, I think they went from 150 to 50K, and at that moment it seemed like the project was over, because you know, when projects are small, people see a drop from 150 to 50, and it's like, oh man, the project's gonna disappear, you know. So, but in your case, I think you just kept working, and I think that's everything that I can see from you guys. It's like the moments get difficult, like when you guys went to 1.5, and then you go up again because you continue building. So, and I can only see that the people that believe most in the project keeps accumulating, and it's awesome to see. You have had something really difficult, which is growing organic, as Pejik mentioned it, the growing organic. That's really, really hard. And you don't have any problems now, because you can just grow slowly, and even if it gets hard, I'm sure you will recover. So I'm really happy for all of you. I hope that we can share many things for a long time, and that we can help each other grow together. And you know, Volt too. Volt is a community that I will always respect. I think that's the word, respect. And the people that is in there. There's quality in the human beings that are there, starting from Boltoshi. So I don't think anything can break the projects that we are, because of the people that there is in there. So there's gonna be things that are gonna be like I saw. I don't know. I think I mentioned it before. I saw this project called Nito, which was the twin brother of Myro on Solana. And I was telling Jedi, like, hey man, we saw when it launched, it was like 13K, 30K or something like that. And I told him, like, this will be fun. We started seeing, and it went to 2 millions from 30K. And then it went to 30K again because the developer disappeared. So you see these things and they're going to disappear. Those projects are going to disappear because there's nothing there. But in these ones, there's something and they're trying to bring something to the table. So just keep going and you'll be all right. And really happy. In the case of Everrise, we just keep doing the same. We have learned from a long time, like you guys in Volt, that is just keep doing what we need to do, focus on that instead of losing energies on things that, like we mentioned before, like drama.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Enrique. I appreciate you, kind sir. You're amazing. I'm loving having y'all in here. Super bullish space cabin. I have a question for you from Boss Fam. He's asking both of you. Jedi, if you want to answer first, and then we'll have Enrique answer. How many bull runs have you been in, Jedi?
Sure. And thanks for saying such nice things, Enrique, as always. And I have to say, I'll take credit for taking a lot of things from watching him in spaces over the years. So I was always someone that would probably listen more than I spoke. And yeah, it's a good way. It's a good way to learn things in the space. So, but yeah, thank you for the kind words as always. So to answer the question, in crypto. I got into DeFi in the last bull run, so just the one in that. So I'm looking forward to the next one. In the equities world, I've been through a lot. I've been through many. So I started investing in stocks in the late '90s in the .com era. So I've seen a lot. I saw that one go up and down. I saw 2008 with that whole debacle, the financial crisis. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of cycles, and yeah, you definitely pick up some experience along the way when you see stuff like that. So, but that's part of life. That's part of how things go. Nothing ever goes up, nothing always, and nothing ever goes down always. And it shows to take a long-term view on things when you do that. I would at the time of the .com bubble, people were the end of the world, the sky is falling, and the markets fell 80%, and and if you bought then, or even if you bought at the top of that time, you'd be doing pretty good right now. So it shows when you look at long periods of time. Even things that were super inflated at the time don't look so inflated down the road when you look long term with a long-term vision. So yeah, it's and I see his thoughts of the bull run coming up. I'm pretty excited about that, honestly. I think things are kind of coming into their own. The stock market's at all-time highs. Bitcoin's been obviously doing very, very well since even any hints of the ETFs, even though they haven't took off like a lot of us had hoped they would. But you got to remember, if you look at a year chart of Bitcoin, it's up significantly in a year. And one of the things you don't realize about bull markets is you're well into them before you even realize you're in a bull market. So personally, I think this bull market started about a year ago. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but that's mine when you look at it. There's a lot of things that are 50% up, 100% up, 300% up. There's some of these big natives. They're up pretty strong if you look at a year chart. So like I said, you won't really know it until you're well into it. But looking back, I think people that were dollar cost averaging properly the last year, 2 years, are probably doing pretty well in a lot of names if you did that properly. And that's the good lesson to any of these cycles, is to dollar cost average. I think that's really smart for anybody. It's a lot better strategy than big moves, because you'll really take advantage of, it's just the simple math factor of you buying more when the price is low versus buying less when the price is high. If you're doing a fixed cost structure, dollar cost average. It's really, really hard to beat that as a long-term plan. So find good assets, dollar cost average, and pay attention to your investments as well. Always, you want to stay on top of things. So that's my advice from the bull and bear markets. But yeah, I love the questions all the time. Thank you.
That was a good question. Enrique, you're up next. Here you go. I'm going to put it back up here. How many bull runs have you been in, and your thoughts on the next one coming up?
Yeah, first I wanted to say something because I see Ian mentioning something, so I checked in the Telegram, and apparently there's a scam group of PIGGY trying to offer migrations to people. So be careful with that. If you get added or something like that, just be careful with that.
We just talked about it too. That's how fast they act.
Yeah, exactly. And they do that. When we do migration for other projects, it's insane. It's crazy how dedicated these guys are to take people's money from. And we have a person, Hakuna. He acts like he's a granny, and they still want to take her money. I mean, these guys are disgusting. So yeah.
Yeah, y'all be careful. Thank you, Ian, for coming in here and telling us that. Looking out. Good looking out, friend. Good looking out. Wow.
Yeah. Regarding to the bull runs, I caught the tail of the previous one. I didn't. I got in a bit before the end, probably, and I have been learning since then. So we have taken like a lot of hits because it has been a rougher market, but I have learned a lot too, and I'm really thankful for that. I feel like I have missed opportunities, but I also have dodged plenty of bullets. Regarding to if I think, because I saw that question of Wolfram, how are you, buddy? Regarding to the bull run, I think that many people say that this will be the last bull run where you will have the chance to become millionaire. I don't think so. I think that it will be like that if you want to be a millionaire from one day to the other. That's one thing. But I think that I see more and more people accepting crypto. I see that things are like opening for, because before the ETF, and this is what matters to me about the ETF of Bitcoin, people wasn't sure if something like that was going to happen. People were like, it was like the wild west. It's like if you have Bitcoin, you don't know if that's going to be something that the governments will pursue at some point. And right now it's like, they allowed it, and they are actually selling Bitcoin. I mean, the government of the US is selling Bitcoin. So if you're selling it, it has to be legal, right? Because if not, it's like you will be selling drugs or something like that. So in this case, I see it like, and people like me and Jedi, and I know you too, probably, Spaceship, we're seeing long term. So to me, having any good project and hold it for a long time, as long as they keep building and working, or holding Bitcoin, or holding some of the alts, it makes sense. I can hold for years. I'm not gonna put money that I can afford to lose. And it's like, since we act like that, we shouldn't have problems. We'll see new hikes, in my opinion, and we'll be able to DCA too at some moments. But yeah, I think it will just be like something that won't go away. Now crypto is here to stay. I see people recognizing what the blockchain means, the technology itself, and I know that many people doesn't care about the technology, but the technology will translate to an increase of price because the assets will allow you to do things in the blockchain. So if you want to do something with Polygon, which is working right now, and I don't know if you have seen the partnerships that Polygon has, but there's so many. It's like Starbucks, Coca-Cola. You see so many companies that are working now with Polygon. So in order to do something in that blockchain, you will need Polygon, you will need Matic, and that will make the price increase. And you see Binance, and the guy of Binance is interacting with Vitalik Buterin. He had a visit of Vitalik, I think it was yesterday, and he's working on getting more permissions in many places. These are people that haven't stopped. And the guy of Avalanche, who's awesome too, Emil Guvenin. You see that they're working. And we were talking about dramas and stuff like that before in crypto communities, and I wanted to say this, I forgot. But if you go to any of those chains, you won't see dramas. You have gone to the Telegram of Solana when it was at $8, and some Bankman Free was dumping tokens like crazy. And at that moment, there weren't people fighting or anything like that. There were people waiting to buy the dip. Those are mature communities that understand that there's value in what they are in. So there will always be people that are trying to do a quick flip, but mostly people that is right now in the bear understands that this is something that is here to stay. This is my opinion, but that's what I see. And there's a lot of smart people thinking the same. And I'm happy that we're here right now. We're really early. I feel like uh, many people doesn't understand this at all. And once they start seeing it, it will be like, oh yes, I have many friends now that are accepting crypto. They didn't before, and I'm talking about 2 months ago. And now it's like, oh yes, you can send me a USDT, you can send me this and that. Of course, they started with USDT because that's stable and that's what they understand. But once they understand other things too, they would like to add it. There's one that said, hey, sell me $100 of Ethereum. And I was like, oh man, but with gas fees, that's nothing. You will end up with like $30 or something like that. And he was like, yeah, man, so send whatever. And no, you can do this and get Polygon or get something else. And, Bitcoin, I don't know if you guys saw, but now there's inscriptions on BNB, inscriptions on Ethereum, inscription, of course, on BTC, which was the original one. I never thought there were going to be inscriptions on other chains, but there are now. I was on a spaces today of BNB and inscriptions, and it's great. I mean, they're building, they're doing stuff. And some methods are improving. As you go to the X tool, you see a bunch of now audits that weren't there before. And you continue seeing growth everywhere in the places that matter. You're not gonna see growth in a project that launched yesterday and the developer is called, I don't know, Satoshi Dogomoto or something like that. You're not gonna see that there. But if you look in the right places, you will see growth. I can see. I clearly saw the accumulations on Volt at I would say 13 million or something like that. You guys started accumulating it there for a long time, and now you see an increase in the price, and then there will be another accumulation. So you guys worth to 45 million, I think so. So of course 20 something was on the table, and now people is understanding that there's another accumulation. So that's a mature community, and people that trust that Bolt is going to be there in the future, so they keep adding. Same happens with the other projects. So just stick to what you think. Don't panic, because we saw Bitcoin at 39 and people were like, oh, the war is ending. Come on, we were at 16, nothing, like 7 months ago or 8 months ago, and now it's at 43. And now people say, oh, it's not dead. Of course it's not dead. But yeah, we love to buy the green and sell the red. So yeah, we got to learn from that.
Definitely. I know I had some family members message me. I told them on the daily dose, I was like, I just got a message this morning. Should I buy Bitcoin? It was hitting like 43 or something that day. I was like, golly, I told you back at 20. I told you at 18. And now you even want to go out of your way and message me about it. Like, okay, you should have definitely, yes, get it. Just get it and move on. I love y'all's responses. I appreciate it. Yeah, they are super knowledgeable, super smart, intelligent people, y'all. Definitely. I hope you're taking notes. But Enrique, I got to ask you, I got to tell you first, we had Ladybug Crypto Lounge. She had Kira Girl on her show. And Kira Girl in the Vault Army is like our security lady. Like, she knows about security. She's worked it for years and years and years. Like, this is what she does. And so we were talking about ledgers and SafePal, EliPal, and all of this. But I am super leery. And I know I always catch a lot of this. It's such an unpopular opinion, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm super leery of Ledger. I just am. I just really, really am. And I feel like Devolt is so much better than Ledger. But I have my own reasonings. I'm going to actually talk more about them at another time. But I want to know from you, security wise, can you go over, because she said she's going to be tuning in from her car. And so I hope one day I can actually get y'all on the show together. But I know it's always good to have a cold storage. I know that, y'all. Please don't tear me up in the DMs. I can already feel them, JEDI and Enrique, from what I just said, but it's the truth. Tell us about Devolt. You said you need 2 seed phrases, right? And somebody's put up a like get 10 grand out of here. See if you can do it. What can you tell us more about Devolt, please? Please, Kira girl's tuning in. I know she is.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's really simple, and probably Kira will see it as something really simple too. But simple ideas work. Uh, in my case, I have a SafeLS one. It was really cheap. I haven't had any issues. I know people love Ledger. I'm sorry, Kira. I don't love Ledger, to be honest, because of what happened some time ago.
Yes, Enrique. So I'm not the only one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want anything that has to do with centralization or with if, for example, Trust Wallet asks me, do you want to do your backup of your on your iCloud of your seed phrase? No, I won't do it. It's like, no, why would I do that? I want everything decentralized. So in there are things out there that are offering like, hey, you can save for assets with us. We'll have 3 keys. We'll have one. You'll have one more. There's another person that's going to have one more. And it's like, no, that's not it either. You need to have your 2 keys. And so in this case, Devolt is really simple. Devolt is you go to the website and everything is done by contracts. So what you're doing basically is you go to the website, you get into the UI.
I'm trying to get to it, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm
don't worry. It's theappsocial.io.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it will show anything if you don't connect because it needs to be connected. On the top, it says Devolt, I think, in the right corner. I cannot see from the size, but
yeah.
In the top 2 buttons, you will see one that says Devolt and the other one is CrossX. The orange ones are at the top right corner. So in there, what's going to happen is that you connect the wallet and it will ask you, okay, do you want to create a vault? And you will say, yes, I want to create a vault. And it will say, okay, I need a second address. This address is a second key that you will have. So what you do is you create another wallet, a new wallet, and that wallet, you save your seed phrase like you did with the first one. And in that case, that would be the second key. So you create your vault with that second key and you send your assets to the vault, and no one will be able to withdraw them unless they have access to the 2 wallets. So the first one where you connected and the second one, which is the key. So I have tried several times different things because I want to like to understand everything. I needed to. When I made the videos, I needed to understand because people were going to come with questions. So I connected my wallet. I send my Rise, my Volt, and my, you can send stable coins. You can send whatever, BNB, whatever, Polygon. It's on 5 chains, so you can send 6 chains. So you can send Polygon, Phantom, Avalanche, Ethereum, BNB, and Arbitrum. So you send everything there, and that's exactly like that. It's a vault. If you want to withdraw something from the vault, it will ask you in the second wallet, hey, do you want to allow this transaction, which is unlocking the vault? And if no one has that but you, no one will be able to take your assets away. So what happened with the case of Suresh is he made a tweet. He put $10,000 on his vault, and he gave away his first seed phrase, the one of the first wallet. And you can access the wallet, you can import it, you can see the tokens, and you're so close but you won't be able to take them because you don't have the second wallet. So you won't be able to say yes. So I can only imagine Suresh, because now I've thought about it a bit more. Suresh is our CEO, but I can only imagine him every time that he's requested to allow a transaction and unlock the vault, laughing at us, seeing and saying, "No, I'm not gonna allow it." So he's
I
a
wonder
master.
how many times a day he has that happen. Has he
That's
ever said?
No, he hasn't. But now I'm gonna ask, because I'm thinking right now when I think about the process, and I remember when I tried with mine, and I was like, no. So he might be doing that many times a day and being happy because he's able to troll everyone. So, but yeah, it's that simple. It's an idea that it's really simple. Everon, which is another solution that we have, is really simple too. It's locking the contract instead of renouncing it. It's a few lines of code. Every solution that Suresh has made has been really simple, like Evermigrate, like everything, but it's well executed and it's needed. So you don't have to say, hey, we're gonna go to the moon and we're gonna bring water from there that is gonna be better than the one that we have in the earth. When you're a project, you just need to find what needs to be used. So I see that on Bolt. Bolt has a Bolty card, that's great. Bolt has the trading bot. Bolt has the NFTs for the game. You see things, and that's things that people are gonna use. And like I said, I mean, Piggy is the same. Piggy is like, you ask me what Piggy is doing, and it's like, okay, so they get a swap that is really easy to use, completely great, because many people doesn't like to use swap like Pancake. It's annoying, and you have failed transactions. If you see, and they're gonna do it now on several chains, I believe. So, it's something needed. If you see that they're doing P school, or they're doing, or they did the migration tool that they used because they need it, or whatever, having the ball with the assets, simple things. They all work. They will all draw people to those projects, and it's basically that. So if anyone has questions about anything, I'm always open. I would love to share the spaces with Kira, because I love to learn. I speak a lot, but what I speak is because I learn from other people. So I didn't know anything about crypto 3 years ago. I have mentioned it before. My first buy of token was on eBay. I didn't buy from Pancake. I bought on eBay, and I lost half of the money because I paid 50% of commission to a guy, but he was selling me trillions of milk and happy coins and things like that. And I was like, oh, I'm getting trillions for $10 or $20. So that's a great deal. But no, then when I got into banking, I was like, oh, my money is worth half of what it was. So yeah, he scammed me. but free commerce. Yeah. So yeah, I think that we learn from many people. I've learned from many people in the project and in other projects, and it would be awesome to get to know another person, get some new knowledge that I don't have right now. So yeah, I hope it's well explained and understandable, the part of the default.
Oh, thank you so much, because every time you talk about it, I learn something. And like Boss Fam, he uses it. I got me 2 keys on one of my hot wallets, thanks to Everrise. So we have people out here using it. Even y'all see here in the chat, and then I love that story every time you tell it. How that man he gave out the first seed phrase. Go ahead and try it. He has 10K in there, everybody. He's got 10K, right? You said 10K, right?
Yes,
Enrique?
10K, correct.
Oh my gosh. 10K. He says, come and take it. There's probably people trying right now to go in there and take it, Enrique. After we just had barely talked about V1 to V2, and there's already a scammer in the damn chat. And Piggy Coin. Like, these are good people, everybody, that I have here in this space cabin. They've lived it. They've gone through scams. They don't like it. They don't like the scammers. They're not allowed on the island. We're kicking them off. So if y'all have any questions, go ahead and ask. But Devault is something that I feel like it's better than Ledger. I'm not a fan of it, Ledger, and I know I can already feel the DMs filling up. But I gotta say something really quick. Yeah, Boss Fam, we're gonna go over that for sure. But Cyber Mule, I gotta say what he says. Use SafePal and within that Devault. And then Boss Fam, how he's using it. Now, Angel, I wanted to tell you about this because I used to be an ambassador for MMAI, and they have a cold wallet, and it's like you can turn it off and on, like a toggle switch. Now they're working on their project. It's like coming out super slow. I just have some MMAI in my wallet. I'm letting it sit there. I'm just kicking back, seeing what they can develop. I was, impressed with they have, but I know that they can come out with more. And so before I would even touch that cold wallet and put my funds in there, I would go with Devault all the way for sure. So I love MMAI, what they say they're going to do and what they have. Go check out my videos. That's all the research I did on them that I could find and dig up. So it's really cool, but I really feel like Devault just kills it out here in the space, just does a damn good job. And so I think y'all are doing it right. And I feel like and the fact that you can put NFTs in there, that's the cool part too, because there's NFTs I know I'm not going to touch that they were given to me as gifts, from devs. I'm never going to sell that. That to me means more to me that it came as a gift, or from somebody else. I'm never going to sell those. So that's something I want to make sure that I keep in a vault and I keep it safe. And I feel like it's definitely safe there. So thank you, Enrique, for sharing that with us. And I got to get Kira Girl and you on a space. Oh, our stream. Oh, Vault Army. Can you imagine what these two are going to talk about? But Angel, I hope that answered your question. Yeah, Devault. Definitely check out Devault. Let me see here. Is there any at all alpha you can tell us about ENRIQUE'S right now, Enrique? I know you've been busy with Piggy Coin and all over the space. Is there anything? What's up, Louise?
Yeah, of course. In the case of ENRIQUE'S, we have the DApps that has been released lately, but we also got to know from Suresh that he's working on the marketplace and he's fixing some bugs and getting everything ready we don't have a date for it, but that's coming too. And I gotta say that regarding to marketplaces in the space, I have been a user on marketplaces on Solana. I started with Magic Eden. I have Magic Eden is really good in some things, but it's not that good in some others. So I've seen the same with OpenSea. I've seen the same with it looks rare, or the other one that is used a lot, and Ethereum. But I've been on so many marketplaces, and to be honest, I haven't got like that feeling that, hey, I'm gonna trade it every time in here. And that's missing in the space, and I'm happy that we're bringing one, because we hopefully will be able to put a different touch to what a marketplace should be. Marketplaces don't care too much about what people do or not do in them. Sometimes they even allow collections to be launched and then they remove them after they got huge royalties, huge fees, sorry. And it's crazy, that there should be someone that cares in the space. So there are things that are being done different, and again, between these projects. And I would say that it's that we care. We and ENRIQUE'S care. You guys on Volt care. I see the voice chat open all the time to help people, 24/7. Piggy Coin cares. And there are many projects out there that probably care and we don't know them. So that's one of the awesome things that being together is bringing. I've come to meet good people, and hopefully we'll keep making the group way bigger with good people. It takes time if you want to do it the right way, but it's doable. And regarding to ENRIQUE'S, I will say that we're building what is needed. And I saw a tweet from Piggy Boss some days ago. He was saying something about how a project goal should be decentralization, the ultimate goal. And it is like that. And we see it like that on ENRIQUE'S. We want, and I think I can speak for Suresh. I probably shouldn't, but I think because I have learned a lot on his side, that the project is able to, at some point, has everything that it needs to to be able to succeed. If you have a token that is the fuel of an ecosystem that is, and that's happened with Volt-Inu. I've seen it there too, of 10 dApps on 5 chains, with all the volatility that causes, with arbitrage, with all these things. Eventually, it's done in a way better way. Sorry, that others that I have seen, and even chains. I have seen chains that don't have many things, that are like, okay, we bring projects, we get them onboarded, they're new chains, and they get those pumps and dumps, and the chain disappears. There's one of a project right now that I saw that they launched an exchange, a chain, everything that is in the textbook, and they have been going down from 100 million to 7 million. So, and that's releasing all the things that they can, backing up in gold and all these things, and it's like, that's not it. The idea is not to just offer things so the price pump. The idea is to build something that's great, so people will want to just continue being part of the project and continue to spread the word. And people cannot spread the word about crap. If you build something that is crap, people are not going to be happy saying, hey, get into this, I have crap in here. It's like, because some will do it, some will chill for their backs, but eventually that ends up dying, and we have seen it a lot. And I'm sure you have seen it too, Spacey, for a long time, that you have been in the space.
Oh yeah. We talked about it before. I think it was like the first live stream you came on. We were talking in the back before we started the stream, and I was like, man, some of my friends got into something, and I was like, this is crap. And that's when you go into their spaces and that's all you hear. This is crap. This is crap. This is crap. And then unfortunately, these people, people that know better still put money in. What would be your suggestion to the people that know not to do that, but they want to put money into a project like that? Like, they're just feeling it, like, oh, maybe this will pump, maybe this will work out. How do you help them gauge that?
Actually, well, if everything fails, they come with a community takeover. I've seen that lately a lot, and that's ridiculous. A project needs to have someone that cares about it. If not, it's not going to be built. The projects need to have a Twitter in the hands of the person that cares, a Telegram, a website, all their socials. It has to have a vision. If a contractor is renounced and they don't do anything else in the project, that's a huge red flag. But people sometimes doesn't see it. It's like, oh, they're not gonna rock me. Yeah, they're gonna rock you in another way, and it's gonna be worse probably, because instead of rocking, sometimes projects have these big wallets, 5% or something like that for a developer. But when you see a project that says, hey, we have zero taxes. Okay, so the project is not getting taxes. That's good. Okay, it will be like a bump and dump. That's okay. But you get into it and you understand that. But and they say there's no team wallet, and they're paying for marketing. I was telling to JEDI this some days ago, and they're paying for marketing, they're paying for listing, they're paying for influencer. Where does that money come from? If they don't have what's their interest in a token? Because if they have a wallet, you can say, okay, they want to grow with the project. If they have taxes, okay, they want to harvest some taxes, But it's like, no, we're not getting anything. Who's gonna believe you that? And then you see 40% of tokens being dropped because of 20 wallets that have 2%, and they're just selling like crazy. So what I would say to people that wants to buy tokens that are crap, and I have seen a case a few days ago of people like using their friends as exit liquidity. You see people that create a token, a small token, and they start inviting their friends, and it's like, but they got in early, and they got in at so they get these people, and like, hey, come friends from the same community. That you see it on many projects. I've seen, maybe I should mention, yeah, a community that is not around anymore. I remember that there was a token that was called Moonrise. It was like 2.5 years ago when we started, and those guys from Moonrise split like in two other tokens. They created the tokens, and I saw how they were inviting people, their friends from the same project, to buy, and then they rocked. So uh, sometimes you cannot say them all. That's what I would say. You can try, but people is not gonna believe you many times. So don't get tired with that. If people want to listen, if people see that you're a genuine person and wants to take advice, they will do so. But if not, there's nothing you can do. I've told people like, hey man, be careful with this. You're gonna lose your money. And then I have had to, you know what's worse? Many times these rocks are even bad contracts that drain people funds. And you tell people, use a burner wallet, try to not put too much money into these things. And they get their rice drained or their bolt or whatever drained because they went and buy that crap. And I saw a person, and this was a friend from the project. It's a friend, but he's not around in the project anymore. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars in a project, and then he lost them all in the next project. He actually sold. He got the hundreds of thousands of dollars. He got a new car with that, and got way more than that. And then he put that money into another gamble, and it's like you cannot save them, to be honest. And you can try to explain them, but they can also see you like you're defending the project that you're in. So don't get too tired with that. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. Thank you, Enrique. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, Jedi, I want to know from you, what do you think? How can you help a new investor, we'll say, or maybe somebody who's been around and they're like, I went to this space. They talked about crap. It's exciting. But you have a feeling it's like there's nothing backing it up. What do you tell that person how to gauge their emotion with that?
I'm launching crap token right now.
I mean, sometimes it happens, you got to have some fun out here, get some excitement. But like, those people, those friends I'm talking about, though. Y'all know.
Oh, yeah, it's very difficult because I mean, a lot of people that came into the space came into it for, most people come for the same reason. They want to come in for the rumor of massive profits in crypto. That's, I mean, almost everybody comes into the space comes in for that. But there's nothing for free. There's no free lunch. Typically with that kind of return, you're going to have associated risk equally as high. So it is something that's very difficult because I think that's a lot of people's human nature to want to be, they get the excitement of it. That's why people enjoy gambling, and it's just another form of gambling for the most part. So you're always going to have that, but you have to, as long as that's what you're doing, that's one thing. But to give, invest every free dollar you have in something that's a pure gamble is something that's really foolish to do. And we obviously want to discourage people from doing that. And that's why education is so important. And that goes to, again, more even traditional finance education versus DeFi. Being smart with your money and using it wisely is something that's critical for anything. So investing is, it shouldn't scare people away because it should be something that everybody should do. And it doesn't mean you have to use large amounts. You're actually better off with small amounts more frequently. That's why I said about dollar cost averaging, and that could be an important thing for anybody. And it doesn't matter what your amount is. If your amount is $10 a week or $100 a week, or a month or whatever that is, that steady investment into something that's a quality investment is really smart, and that adds up over time. It's a really smart way to invest. So educating people to understand how they should set up a portfolio, and that goes into any kind of investment, is critical. So you're going to want to diversify. Diversification is key. Even all these great projects that we're in, as much as I love every one of these projects, and I'm a holder in every one of these projects, it goes down to startup life. It's a very, very difficult thing. I hope all three of our projects succeed long term. That is obviously the goal, and I think they all have a great chance of doing that. But that's what you want to find. You want to find those projects that have that ability to make it with stuff like that. They have to be able to answer questions about what they're building, and that's where it goes into things like Enrique was saying about where the money is going from, and you really need to know all the parts of the project and to look at it with some common sense and say, hey, are they actually doing something? is this money actually going towards something? Is there, you know, these are some questions you really should answer about all questions. And if you can't figure that out, you know, they're huge red flags. You should figure out, you know, why this project is losing so much money for this, or, you know, why are you telling me development's coming and you never actually, you know, deliver on anything? So like I said, being active with everything you do and making sure you stay on top of it is key, and understanding these things. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand most of these things, but you know, like I said, we'll as much as I can try, keep trying to educate and tell people all these things, because it's, you know, these are good life lessons that everybody can use, and you can use them at any point in your life. Even if you've made poor choices in the past, it's never too late to start with some good, you know, new ideas on how to do things. So everybody should be open to that idea, and to be able to learn how to do things properly in the space. And I think over long periods of time, people will be a lot happier when they do things the proper way like that.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Education is key. That's what JEDI is. He's shouting it at you. I was going to say, he just gave you your green pill. You know how many times a day I say that?
No, it's true, and it's funny. You shout a lot of the same things over and over again, and it sounds silly, but you know, you really gotta drive it home that that these things are critical. Without it, you really have nothing. You have nothing in the space. You're gonna lose your money if you don't have education in the space. It's too you know, difficult of a space. There's so many ways to lose money in crypto. It's probably one of the easiest ways to lose money if you don't know what you're doing. So. But yeah, that applies to all financial literacy. Educate yourself. Know what you're doing.
I love that. It's so true. It's just, it boils down to that education. Like maybe if like, okay, say you want to do a degen play. If you didn't know any better, if you didn't know, okay, to check for, you know, their roadmap, their white paper. I'm talking something super simple, y'all, because mass adoption coming in. These people that don't know these things, they could spend tons of money. Whereas you and me and y'all here in the space cabin in the chat, y'all will know better. Kind of like, okay, I'll put a little bit in, but because of these red flags, maybe I might just not put in as much as I would have a year ago. Or, you know, educating yourself. We all play, like you said, it's gambling. It's what we do. Y'all gamblers. Y'all gamble. You know you love Vegas. Y'all know you love blackjack or poker or something like stocks. Now we're in crypto. Golly, we got to educate ourselves for sure, because whenever I was checking CoinMarketCap, oh my goodness, now it says it wrong up here on my thing. But y'all, there's too much crap out here. And to sift through all of this and when you find a good project, it's stick with it. Pick your champions for sure, because, okay, you see where it says up here, there's not 2.2 million plus cryptos. There's just no freaking way. On my phone, it says like 60,000. So, I mean, y'all, that's a lot of crap to sift through, and a lot of cryptos in the cemetery.
Oh my, yeah.
You know, a lot of cryptos.
Yeah.
I know. See, when you find a good project and good people, stick with it, because obviously it's a needle in a haystack. Obviously. I wanted to tell y'all before we go today, thank y'all so much for coming on through. I wanted to give y'all some updates about Volt-Inu really quick. I love the updates that we get from each community, because I love Everrise and I love Piggy Coin. I love the education that both of y'all are doing. Man, and that was so cool for the kiddos. But I definitely am excited and vaulted up to tell y'all about Volt-Inu and Boss Fam. He's so excited. He put this here. I had to bring it back up though. He wrote this earlier. He says, guys, friendly reminder to at least hold 200 million Vault tokens to be able to have access to two cool utilities, Vaulty cards and Vaulty Pay. Easy way to stay in DeFi with insane limits and pay bills. So something that I wanted to talk for sure about, two things. with Volt-Inu is the fact that we have our mega space tomorrow night, and we love networking, and we love networking. Voltoshi loves networking and partnering with good projects, good people, and he finds them super early. Voltoshi does, and that's what I find. I find that very interesting. I'm like, he's been here for a while. You can tell because he can see who to work with right off the bat. Like Link's crypto app, before they were even put on Coinbase, they were integrated with Volti-Change. So stuff like that, to me, I'm just like, I'm noticing. These are things to continue to notice. But and there's a lot of love from the Vault Army. They like, people are wrapping their freaking cars, Teslas, their trucks. Oh, we have a Spanish space going on, so we'll be tying this up here in just a little bit. Yeah, y'all, tune into my daily dose, #greenpill. Here's Kira Enrique. I got to link you up with her after the show. I'm gonna definitely hit her up. But let me see here. Where was I going? Oh, he did a tweet. I'm trying to find this tweet. It's the timeline of stuff like major events that happened in Volt-Inu. Here y'all go. So y'all can check that out, but I won't go through all of that. What I'm going to pull up is our website and show y'all what VoltiCard is, because whenever I came into the space, I saw someone, and I'm just going to say who it was, Crypto Messiah. I saw him and I was like, he had up until recently a pinned tweet with how much he's earned. And over like $1 million was what was on that photo. And so my question was, back in 2021, I was like, whoa, that people can make a lot of money. Holy cow, people can make a ton of money. But how are they getting their money off, like out of these wallets? How are they able to spend it? I don't get it. Like, I had to do so much research. I had to learn about things that I didn't even know that I needed to learn about. It was insane. And apparently it was like it's a super crazy process to get your money off, from what I found out. Well, all of that has been solved for me and for you, everybody here, with VoltiCard. So all you have to do is hold 200 million Volt-Inu tokens, which is cool. I like that, because as an investor, I know that people are at one point or another, they're not going to want to just watch their wallets go up and not be able to take their money out. They're going to want to be able to take their money out. And so I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of holders of 200 million Volt-Inu tokens that they can't sell, because if they sell it, they're not going to be able to use that. So that brings more revenue and more holders to the project. So I love that he's making that a requirement, that you have to have that to be eligible. And something that I like about it also is it supports these cryptocurrencies, the major cryptocurrencies. And actually, there's more than this on that list. But what I wanted to tell y'all was that I like that there is not just a physical card in its Visa, but a virtual card. And I like that because DeFi, I love DeFi. I played in stocks, definitely was an AMC ape. And I realized that the game is rigged. The game is rigged. You cannot win when you're playing a game with somebody and they continue to change the rules. That's why I love crypto. I love DeFi, and having a virtual card, a virtual Volti card that I can top up and use my crypto to use for like daily purchases anywhere. I love that. So I just had to give a shout out to Voltoshi, and I wanted to tell my friends here in the space cabin to definitely check out Volti card, and all the official links for Volt-Inu, and of course Piggy Coin, JEDI, Enrique, Everrise are in the description box below. But you can pay your bills. We talked about VoltiPay last time. But I just wanted to show JEDI and Enrique something that I'm excited about, because we talked about it today, and we don't really look at it in the Vault Army because we have so many utilities like SparkBot. Maybe I can tell y'all more about SparkBot next week or whenever y'all come back in here. But the roadmap that is going on, like what we have coming up, that's what I'm excited about, because I see that there's a launch pad coming up. I see that we're going to have VoltiFlex, which every single token is going to be able to stake. Apparently, I'm assuming maybe on the ETH and Binance side only. I don't know. but 3 top tier exchanges. Just some things to keep in mind that I love looking at the roadmap, because Voltoshi has delivered on everything and more, that I can't believe that such a low market cap that Volt-Inu has. It's 20 million, and our all-time high was 250 million at one time. I think we're going to hit that again, especially with everything coming up. So I'm just super proud to be in this project. There's always something going on. Like I said, there's that mega space tomorrow night. So much networking. Our game that's on Steam, but the Volti card is something I wanted to tell you and Enrique about. So I hope y'all get one.
Thank you. The Volti card is really cool. It's a great idea, and you nailed it. It's really hard to find ways to get off ramp, and I see that with a lot of people that, depending what country you're in, what state you're in. I've heard some of the people with, the loops they have to, the hoops they have to jump through to do it. They have to send it here, change it to this, send it here. You're doing all these processes to get things back.
JEDI, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Can you imagine the amount of scammers that are able to get in on something like that? What if they need people to help them, right? To like you just said, one bad apple on that whole thing, and you've been holding 2 years and working so hard. Can you imagine? That would be, oof.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So that's a great tool. So, yeah, shout out to Voltoshi. You see that roadmap. He's done a lot. So it's one of the reasons we hold Volt in our Piggy Vault. It's a great project. You guys are innovating and doing different things and making it a space good for people that want to actually use their crypto. That's the kind of the whole point a lot of people see this as. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Enrique, what are your thoughts on the Volti card? And be honest. It's a space cabinet.
I think I need to get one, but I wanted to ask, how are the fees on Volti card?
Oh, over here. I will show you, my friend. So here is like the activation fee, and here's the top up. Here's the monthly. From what I have heard about the monthly fee, it was Ladybug who told me this actually. She said, girl, make sure you have that fee in there. I said, okay. She's like, just make sure you have that in there. And that's something super simple to do. That's $12, man. Oh my goodness. But that was something she said. I hope she can come on and tell us what happened. I don't know what happened with that, but she said, make sure you keep that monthly fee in there. The daily limits, look at the daily limits though, too. You see that? But that's with the physical card, Enrique. Let me show you the virtual card. But the ATM withdrawals, I know right now, like the ATM will only let me get a small amount out. I can't even believe it. But oh yeah, so global MasterCard as well, up to 1,000 per card. Visa and MasterCard available for the virtual card. You don't have to KYC either. That was something I liked with the virtual card. Of course, with the physical card you do, so they know where to send your card. But new card fee $10 and load fee 4% for the virtual card. And some people were talking about, I'm glad you brought this up, because there was actually somebody from one of my friends in a different project, and she was like, well, why would they do that? Why would they put a percentage like that on there? And I was like, well, if you can imagine how much money you're going to get during the bull run, that's going to be like a small amount. If you're going to, risk, like how we were talking about JEDI, like sending it, having people get your money, doing a whole process to get your money out. Like that to me is a small fee to just know, like, okay, this is all I have to do. Top it up. Here we go. But yeah, that's what I got, Enrique. Those are the fees.
It's really great to be honest, because it's like I see a 4% load fee. I mean, there are places that's a lot, but I also remember when I was buying crypto with MoonPay and I was paying 11%, 12%. It was insane. So I see 4% as something that's okay. That's great, and being able to pay for people in my country, it's really difficult to get a debit card that is in USD. So we usually have to go and ask help to someone that is outside the country. So if you see it that way, there's gonna be lots of people from different countries that will want to have access to those cards. So I think that probably people in United States don't see it like that. It's like you guys have probably lower fees for some things, but in many other countries it's not like that. I think you have a great market to be explored in that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Thank you, Enrique. I know when I saw the 4%, because it's true. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay. And then I got to thinking about it and I'm like, oh, they could have charged so much more. Like you brought up MoonPay. Yeah. Like it could have been so much more. Like I definitely did my research on other cards, that are out there. I did a video and I was like, well, whatever I find, the Vault Army can hate me or love me. I don't care, but I got to get it out there to, my friends and my subscribers. Like if there's a better card out there, I want to know about. I personally want to know about it as an investor. Shoot, I've been working my ass off too hard here to not get my money. I guarantee you I'm getting my money. But I looked them up and the only two that I'm not going to say their names, but the only two other, projects that were even worth continuing looking up, researching, there was still no comparison. One is still coming soon and they're going to charge you like $300 just to get the card. And then after that, there's like so many other things I saw also. And another card you can get, it works and everything, but you can only spend $300 a day. And that's not really going to work. You might as well just go to your bank for that. So I just know that I don't want to go through this bull run, get my money, and then have to go put it in a bank. That would defeat the whole purpose of everything that I did. So I just think we're all on the right side of history, pioneering the way for something great, something bigger than ourselves, and I'm excited about it. So I just wanted to tell you all about that and tell the people here in the chat, if you want to know how to get your money off, there you go. There you go. But thank you, Enrique and Jedi, for coming on through the space cabin. I love y'all so very much. And I have your links in the description box below. And I just got to say, I can't wait to have y'all back sometime soon.
Thanks for having us. It was awesome as always. I said we always have a blast being here, and it's even more fun when we have people like Enrique with here too. And it's just absolute blast. And I feel like it's we put a lot of good content out there for all your listeners. I hope everybody learned some stuff today. That's part of all of our goals. Enrique's, I'm sure too, is having some fun and learning some stuff along the way. So yeah, thanks for having me. It was awesome as usual. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, Patrick, thank you. We love you. You're awesome. It's always good to see you smiling and being so kind. Even your voice is warm. So thank you for having us a space cabin and can't wait for the next one. I mean, it's always fun. It's always like, no stress or anything like that. You're not worried because something might go wrong or something like that. It's always just to share stories and things like that. So love you and keep being awesome. Keep smiling. And love you too, Jedi. Don't get jealous, okay?
Oh my God. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to have y'all back in. I know next week I'm going to be traveling and helping my parents out. So I am going to miss y'all. But the week after, y'all definitely have to come back. Definitely have to come back. Oh, we're going to have more stuff to talk about. I already know we got to hear all the updates for Piggy Coin. We got to talk more about DVault. And I can guarantee you Volt-Inu is going to have more updates. And then I do feel like we did put out a lot of good content right now today, y'all. Scroll back to the beginning of the stream. You will learn so much about the crypto space, a lot of truths of the crypto space of Everrise, DVault, Piggy Coin, and Volt-Inu. So anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Space Cabin. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.